So welcome to Hub City TV. Today we've got a Husqvarna SMS125, it's a road legal 125 two-stroke Supermoto. They're pretty cool, these. You get a bit of bang for your buck, especially if you're 17 and you want to be whipping about on something that's actually pretty cool. I asked the geezer that picked it up for me to do some checks on it. He's not done any checks on it. I've checked some of the stuff out already and straight away you could feel like the headstop was notchy. Common thing on these. I was told that the throttle cable, which is snapped, and that's the reason why it's been sat. Apparently it's previously just had a top end rebuild not too long ago and some other bits. Yeah, so we're gonna go through it and see what we've got. Now, to be honest, the condition of it, it's a 2011, so it's a good 15 years old now. It's pretty clean, not too much rust, so that's decent. Brakes seem free. I've got to check the engine. So what we're going to be doing in a minute is we're going to take the expansion chamber off. We're going to have a good look at the piston, see if there's any scoring, see what's going on. Compression seems okay. Bit of it. Yeah, it's got a bit of compression, but I don't think it's too great. I'm hoping it's not too much of a big turnaround, but it wouldn't surprise me if we've got to take this out and give it a rebuild. So let's get on to checking it out. So we're just going to drop the ramp down a bit. What we're going to do is check what's going on with the swing arm. Doesn't feel like there's any play. Seems good. Shock's all right. Yeah, seems all right. So the headset is proper notchy. So if you come across here, so that in there is mega notchy. So like you might see it. See it's got stuck there on its own. Yeah. Basically the bearings are rotten. So I need greasing. There's notorious issues about this, but I think KTM have resolved them in recent times. If you come over here as well, you'll see here, this is where the clutch cable is snapped. Just there. There we go. And then throttle cable as well. See that? I'll have a quick look at that now. Let's jump into here. There we go. I think there's a slight crack on the housing. So, that's pretty gnarly anyway. I think it snapped in the carb side. Something's going on with the carb side though, so I'll have a quick look at that in a sec. Yeah, none of that snapped, so this can be reused. Needs a new set of grips though for sure. Yeah, the carb side's defo knackered. What we'll do is we'll, yeah, there we go. Here it is. It's all rotten. That's where it snapped. So defo needs a new cable. They weren't blagging it about that. So yeah. I mean the spark plug looks pretty fresh too. We're going to take this expansion chamber off now and we're going to get a bit of a visual on the piston. So let's get on with that. So I haven't got a special tool to get these off, but mole grips Help me. Nice. And then I've just got to do this 8mm. Just there. And then the back here. Just got to connect the link pipe. That'll do it. Hopefully it's lubed from the 2-stroke. There we go. There we go. That needs good fucking clean, doesn't it? Look at all that water. Needs sorting out, that does. So, we'll get a big light in here now, and we're going to check what the piston's saying. Yeah, so the piston does have a bit of scoring. Can you see it? I thought it was a little bit low on compression. Yeah. There's a bit of wear as well on the cylinder at the back that I can see. So we are back on a new day, checking out this Husqvarna again. I'm just about to go over it and get a bit more in depth about it. I've got the key with me today, so we're going to check the lights and a few other bits and bobs too. I have spotted though, just as I've come over to it, a bit of an issue. So if you want to have a look at this radiator, just here, someone has put absolutely loads of gunk on it. So that's a bit of a bodge repair. So obviously something's gone on here. I've also then noticed that the water pump housing has had some sort of work done here. So that's some dodgy sealant going on. So it's not the correct gasket. Obviously, hopefully it's worked. I'm going to be dropping the coolant now, and we're going to see if there is any in it, because if that's held up, that's pretty cool of it. So it should just be this little 8mm here. Yeah, we got a bit of coolant. That's good. That'll drop me a nut. And what I'm going to do is take the rad cap off. Now it should piss out everywhere. And 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, I knew it was coming. That's good, so at least it's held coolant and it's done its job. That radiator is definitely getting replaced though. That needs sorting out. So I've got to add that into the cost too. I'm surprised that that's worked. There's a lot of pressure in there. Sweet, so that's sorted. I'm going to put the bolt back in, and then we're going to actually take the water pump off and have a look to see what's going on in there. So we've dropped the coolant. Well, I'm glad there was actually some in it, because I was honestly expecting it's been overheated, and that's where we had the little slight scoring from, and it hadn't locked up fully. Anyway, let's get this off. This needs coming off anyway, because I'm gonna, if I don't end up rebuilding the engine, I can't be selling something with that. Even this gasket here looks a bit rubbish. It's an aftermarket gasket, this one, I think. It's doing the job, but just doesn't look great. Right, so gasket sealant's doing a great job because it's proper stock, I reckon. All the bolts are out. See all that then in between there. He was getting in there, it was, but all seemed okay. Yeah, there's all the sealant. Don't know why they put all that sealant on. Must be because they just reused the OG gasket possibly and didn't want to take any risks, but there's too much on there anyway. That's how you know. It should just be a light little film of it and not all that. I mean, look at that excess. Madness. But if you got them riding, it. There's the water pump. That'll be getting powered off the crank. Sorted. Just going to take the cover off. To be honest, what I'll do is I'll just chuck it back on for the time being. Just doing it so it keeps it a bit more organised if I strip it down. Right, what we're going to do next is drop the gearbox oil. Take a look at that. Sweet, so I'm going to be undoing this. That's tight. Got it there. Nice and clear, what we like to see. There's a little bit on the nut, but that's just usual. So if you get a bit of metal on there, it's to be expected. You just don't want too much. There is a bit there, there's quite a bit, but that is to be expected. Right, so we've got to do positive. Hopefully these terminals work. We've got crocodile clips. All we're doing is checking the lights, should be enough. Sweet, now let's turn it on. Nice. I'll try and wipe that screen. I don't think that's done anything to it. Indicators? Yeah, front's on, rear's on, back's on, front's on. Snapped off though. Brake light on, yeah? Yep. That's good. Engine runs off the... On. I know, high beam's on, low beam's on. Horn's not working. Take a note of that. Sweet. And also, I've just noticed that the choke cable is seized. Every cable seized. It must have been left outside. Kill switch there too. Thanks for watching. This is the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 and we'll see where this goes. Thanks for watching.